Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do a Guild Wars battle video. So we have some towers to beat here. There's 3 full green towers. So we have these 2 defenses that we're going to beat. I'm just assuming that we're going to beat them. But yeah, so we'll figure out some some offenses to beat these guys. Um, I'm going to try to use most likely 4-star and below. I'm going to try to keep it free to play. So then everybody can, hopefully you already have the units built, and then you can beat defenses like this as well. I don't think these are going to be too difficult, but yeah, let's just knock these out. So for the first one, alright, so we have Mio, Leica, and Tyrannus. Alright, so pretty much the only threat, as long as I bring an immunity here, I think I'll actually be pretty good, just to stay away from his threat. I would like, maybe like an attack bar pushback monster, so I'll probably bring like Lauren into this. Um, Miho is going to focus the Lauren, but as long as you build your Lauren tanky, I think it will handle it. Um, let's see here, from Molong, Molly, and Helena. So Molly makes it weird, because if you bring in a copper, Molly actually, part of her passive, does the increase the chance of landing a glancing hit. So there's a 20% chance that copper won't crit. So maybe I'll just bring in something with pretty consistent damage. Something that could take a hit from Molong as well. Because yeah, Molly's also, maybe I do just take the risk with copper. And then I'll just bring in an immunity as well, so then Helena doesn't get her defense break off. So yeah, these are the teams that I usually use. So this is what I'm probably going to bring into this team here. So this has Fran, Lauren, and Rayok, really good combos with each other, just because Fran and Lauren are already really tanky, and then pretty much just shut down the Miho. They'll get revenge, but they also have very low crit, so then they have a chance to kill Miho, especially with the multiple hits. And then Rayok is there to allow them to get their turns again for reducing their cooldowns. And then he could focus on the Tyrannus, provide a defense break, they all attack together. So by themselves, they won't be able to take on a team like this, but this trio together is actually really strong. And I'll kind of just show you how it works when we do that. For here, yeah, I do want to bring in, so if we bring in a fire unit, it has to be very tanky. I mean, Kamoon could work. He could take a hit from Molong, but then if Molly keeps on healing him up, we have to have some sort of burst damage to take him down. So who do we have to burst? So I'm going to look for a unit that has decent tanky stats, but then also hits pretty hard. That could eventually take him down. We could steal attack bar from him, because they don't have any immunity up, so as long as I bring in an immunity, then yeah, we won't have to worry about Helena, and then I'll just bring in a tanky fire unit to handle the Molong, and then I'm just not going to worry about Molly. So I'll probably bring in Yen. Is that her name, Yen or Yan? Yeah, I'll bring in Yen. So here's her stats. Most people build her kind of like this, just for like their dungeon runs, and you can get all the Rakshasas from the Guild Magic Shop. Alright, so we're going to use Yen. What other 4-star should we use? Actually, Aegir would be pretty good here too. He could control the attack bar. So Helena has a 50% damage reduction when a water unit hits her. So I'll have to rely on something else to actually kill her, most likely. But Aegir will at least be able to rotate his attack bar, steal attack bar from others, and then he also heals himself with his skill 3. Yeah, so he absorbs their attack bar. If they have a beneficial effect, he could strip it. Yeah, absorbing the attack bar gives him a turn, and then he gets increased attack speed and then recovery when he uses this skill. While it's on cooldown. So here's his stats. Probably pretty unachievable stats altogether, but if you run it close to this, pay attention to that you could get your artifacts in there as well to help you boost whatever stats you're trying to boost. Yeah, and he's on Violent Will. Doesn't have to be on Will, but definitely try to have him on Violent. If you can't have him on Violent, then I would say just a really good Swift set would be pretty good. Alright, so we'll put those 2 in there. And then for the fire unit to tank Molong, actually, I think I'll put in Garo. I could put in Rakuni, because he has more HP. Garo could take the hit from He won't be able to take like the huge hit from Molong, but he'll self heal himself through the vampire set, and then he's also really fast. He'll do some damage, so I'm going to utilize him probably to take down the Helena and the Molly. Alright, so let's get into it. Yeah, I probably should have used Aegir as the leader skill. I actually didn't think about the leader skill, but yeah, so I should have used Aegir as a leader skill because um, because he gives the HP, but Yen does give attack, so I'm really hoping that the attack just bursts him down. Alright, so we're going to focus on the Leica here, because he's what I fear the most on this defense. So we strip defense break. Alright, we're going to put the attack buff and the immunity on, so that we don't get stunned by Miho. I'll put the attack break on him. Alright, nice procs, so not too bad. Still procking again. Alright, so we're going to use this skill to reduce the cooldowns on Lauren and also on Fran. With all of them attacking together, they do tons of multi-hits. Alright, so now we're going to focus on Miho last. And then focus down, yeah, right now I'll focus down Tyrannus. So the revive came up. Now we'll take care of the Leica again. Yeah, so this is the problem when we don't have immunity. Now we get taunted. I mean, I'm happy she took a lot of turns, but now I wasted a turn by attacking him. But here we go. So with the constant defense breaks, we don't do a whole bunch of damage by ourselves, but yeah, when they attack together, big damage. Oh, and I'll show the runes on them as well. Sorry, I forgot to show the runes. Yeah, runes are always important, especially for showcasing what you use against other defenses. So I'll make sure to remember that. Yeah, since Leica was the biggest threat, that's why we attacked him first. Yeah, and I saved Miho for last, just because she's going to counter a lot, and I don't want the others to do damage as well as Miho doing all the counterattack damage. So I don't want all three of them to be up and have to worry about that. So now I'll just worry about her counterattacks, but with Lauren and Fran doing attack bar reduction, now I can just focus just on her and not worry about other units causing extra damage. Cool. One match done. Alright, so I really want to control this Molong. Oh, I said I was going to bring in an immunity here to make sure I don't get defense broken by the Helena. So I think that's actually who I'm going to focus. Because Molong is going to, he's going to use his Reckless Assault. Yeah, he's going to use his Reckless Assault on Garo. But he'll be able to survive it because you can't kill him with only one hit. You have to kill him in 2 hits. Cool, so we got the stun. Alright, so here comes a Reckless Assault. Yeah, did 13k damage. Alright, so skill 2. We do a little bit of attack bar reduction. Alright, yeah, I'm going to take down this Helena first. We can get a branding effect. Okay. Really high resistance here. And we're getting a lot of glancing hits as well. Alright. Attack speed slow. Alright, so here comes the defense break that I was talking about. Yeah, that happened because we don't have the immunity up. So I haven't been able to burst her down yet. Alright, so this should be able to kill. Cool. Alright, so now we're going to control the attack bar of Molong. Yeah, with Molly still up, a lot of the stuff is going to land as glancing hits. As long as we just keep on chipping away. Oh, hopefully Yen doesn't die here. And she did. Okay, yeah, so I'm probably going to lose this battle. That was bad by me for not picking... I thought that the healing and all this stuff was going to be able to sustain. Yeah, and I compensated for her... Oh, these violent procs. Yeah, I compensated for her glancing in the beginning and then completely forgot to do... Oh, these procs are killing me. Okay, well this is probably a GG. Yeah, so that was a big mistake by me. I didn't think thoroughly about the glancing, and then it really beat us this round. Still gonna try. Alright, well, thank you. Now I'm getting the violent procs. Yeah, that's such a huge heal. Yikes. Alright, can we take her attack bar? if we keep on getting violent procs, then it's a possibility we might win. We're chipping him down pretty well. But since he has, yeah, she's probably gonna cleanse him now since he has so many debuffs. Oh, can we kill? Oh man, I got a lot of turns there. I still, oh, despair. All right, that's it. Okay, so that was bad by me. If I would have picked probably like a healer immunity, maybe picked like a Triana, that probably would have been better. The Garo was a very greedy pick. Okay, so first battle done. Yeah. So Triana would have been good. Probably still would have picked the Yen, and then actually I probably would have just kept the Aegir as well. Yeah, but instead of picking Garo, that was just a really greedy pick by me. Okay, so next battle. Alright, so Kamoon, Jean, and Miho. This one will work in there. We don't have any like big water threats that we have to worry about, so I'm going to keep the team up on top. The Fran, Lauren, and Ryok. Worked very well the last time against the other team, so I'm just going to use it right here. And I'm going to save Miho for last. I'm probably actually going to kill the Jean first, and then I'm going to kill the Kamoon. The Jean, being able to protect somebody for one turn on her skill 2, and then also with the possible taunts, and then she heals on skill 1, the member with the least amount of HP on the team. So I want to get rid of her really quickly. And then I'll do the same thing with Kamoon so he stops providing shields, and then also Miho, I don't want to deal with multiple damages, like I said before in the first battle. Alright, so down here, so we have a strip with Lima, shields, immunity, but they don't have like a glancing hit threat, so I'm probably going to bring Bulldozer, Copper, and Messity. Oh, and let me show the runes real quick. Alright, so before I go any further, this is Fran. I have her on Violent Will, just speed, HP, and HP. You could have a lot less stats than this, and then she'll still work. What you want to focus on, though, is you don't have to focus on the attack that much. Once you get better rune quality that have HP, defense, speed, and then focus on attack. But I would say speed and HP are the most important. Her defense, her base defense is really low, so I actually put defense artifacts on her to boost up that defense. And then, but she doesn't need anything else. You can get a little bit of accuracy in there, so she lands that attack break on skill 1 and some attack bar pushback. But you want her to be really tanky. You want your healer to survive, because she's just there to support your team. So give her the tankiest stats possible, while giving her decent speed, so then she can take some turns. I'd highly recommend Violent, because her the skill cooldown is 4 turns. Yeah, the immunity only lasts for 2. So if she's not on Violent, then that means that your team's going to go 2 turns without immunity or a big heal. Alright, Lauren, she is on Swift Will. Doesn't have to be Will, but making her very fast as tanky is really important, with really good accuracy. So speed, HP, and defense stats, and then also getting that accuracy in there. I've seen some damage Laurens. I don't really agree with people doing damage. But as long, I mean, if it works for whatever you're using it for, that's fine. But highly recommend just doing big speed, big HP, big defense, and then good accuracy. Excuse me. And then, yeah, you don't have to have the will set on there. I just do, because it worked. Then Ryok, I actually went for a non-damage Ryok. I went for, he has as you can see, he has really low attack. So I actually put him on an HP slot 6, and then a crit damage slot 4. So I still want the crit damage to get in there to do the little bit of extra damage, but I still want him to survive. And I was struggling in some of the dungeons too with survivability, so I made him more tanky, and that actually helped my runs be more successful than having him have high attack and be squishy. Still decent speed though is needed. Alright, so now we're going to go to the second team. So I'm going to use Amesity to kill probably the Wusa. Actually no, I'll use the Amesity to kill the Lima first, and then I'm going to use the Bulldozer to kill the Fengyan, and then we'll just beat down the Wusa. So Bulldozer probably has my best Rage. I just put Revenge on there. You should put Rage Will, but I couldn't get high enough crit rate, and then also all this damage and stats without that. He's very slow, but Amesity does give a unit a turn. So, but this time I'm going to give the turn to copper. Um, yeah, but since I built Bulldozer really tanky, he could take some hits and still be okay. Emesity's unnecessary. I could give Bulldozer 70 crit rate and give him even more stats, and then Emesity will give him a turn, but I use Bulldozer in other situations, so that's why he's built like that. Copper, big defense, big crit damage, 70% crit rate, because when you use Emesity, Emesity is going to be used to give that unit a turn. So Emesity, really fast, decent tankiness. I actually forgot to put artifacts on him. But yeah, so he's going to take the first turn. He's going to give Copper the turn next, give him the crit rate buff, and the... Is it the defense buff as well? Yeah, so increases the defense and critical rate of all allies, and then he'll give Copper the turn. Alright, a lot of explanation, but I'm just talking through my thought process on why I use these teams. Alright, so we're going to focus on the Jean. She's on Will though, but I am going to move before her. So for right now, I'm just going to push, just to risk me not stripping here, I'm just going to put the defense break and push back the attack bar of Kamoon. And then Fran's going to go next, and I'll put up the Will, and then hopefully Jean takes a turn right here. And then I can start focusing her down. Good. So here we go. Now we're going to start focusing down Jean. I don't really worry about the Miho, specifically because I built myself really tanky. Alright. Go ahead and give her a heal. Cool. Jean's dead. So now we'll focus down the Kamoon. Yeah, so we have two defense breaks. We have a defense break on skill 1 with Ryok, and then we have the defense break on skill 1 with Lauren. So really beneficial. And then these guys constantly push back attack bar. So it's just really nice. Really good control team. You could probably change out the Ryok for somebody else. I just like it because I like to use the skill 2 to partner up with Fran and Lauren, because that does help reduce the cooldowns when you team up with them. Alright, now the Miho last, just so then we could focus down her by herself without the interference of other monsters. There we go. That's how that team was supposed to work. Okay, so their Wusa was really fast. Alright, so we're going to boost up the Copper, and now we're going to use the skill 3 on Lima, hopefully kill in one shot. Beautiful. Alright, so now we're going to use Bulldozer to pretty much punch Feng Yan to death. So we're going to use a full power punch. Hopefully this does enough damage to kill him. Beautiful. Okay. And I understand that if your guys with Bulldozer and stuff don't hit that hard, then this might be a struggle to kill that Feng Yan. But Bulldozer skill 1 does stun, so if you have to slowly kill the Feng Yan with Wu Sta still up, then use the skill 1 on Feng Yan to try to stun him, because it'll be 3 times. It'll be a 3 chance as long as he doesn't have a negative effect on him. As long as your enemy doesn't have a negative effect on him, Bulldozer will punch 3 times on skill 1 with a good chance to stun the enemy. And then you could use the skill 3, the full power punch, the next turn after you've already done some chip damage on him, just to make sure that you kill him then, instead of using full power punch in the beginning and not being able to kill, and then he gets healed back up. So that could be like an alternate strategy with this team. Alright, so we're just going to give Copper the turn. Alright, his skill 3's up. We'll kill the Wusa. Cool. And that goes for those 2 battles. Alright, so we'll move on to that 3rd tower that was still full. We'll see what defenses are in there. Alright, so far we lost 1 battle. Okay. This won't be too bad. Alright, so I'll stop using this team. And down here, this is a really weird setup. Alright, so down here I'm actually going to bring in Aegir. So I'm going to strip the attack buff and the will that Fran provides, and then Aegir will also deal with all these guys really well. So, luckily we left the battle before he died the last time. Maybe I'll also bring Lauren down here, just to do some attack bar pushback on Theomars, because he's really the only threat. Okay, but I will need an immunity to block all the stuns and defense breaks that are in here. So let's see. Which immunity do we want to bring in? You know what? We'll bring in... Alright. What immunity monsters do we have? So we have Fran. We have Triana. If I use Triana up top, that could work. She'll get focused by the Perna and the Velajul, though. Alright, so we'll go here. We'll bring Fran down here. Alright, so we'll take Ryok out. We might be able to use some twins up on top. Well, actually, we should keep this free to play, though. As free to play as possible. So let's bring in... actually, we could bring in Tractor. He'll get focused by the Ritesh, but the way I have Tractor built, I have him on Vampire Nemesis. Oh yeah, forgot to put artifacts on this guy too. So he's still kind of slow, but he'll be able to take a punch. And the good thing about him is that he can't get defense broken. So he's immune to defense breaks. So Ritesh provides a defense break on his skill 3, but yeah, that's not gonna affect the Tractor. And he hits decently hard. So I think he'll be able to just solo down the Velajul and the Perna. For a little bit of protection though, just for heals, maybe we'll bring in the Triana. And then I'll try to bring in a fire unit. Alright, yeah, we let Garo die. That's kind of sad. Actually, maybe we'll just go double we'll go double Frankenstein. Maybe we could just do this here. Yeah, Bulldozer could burst down the Ritesh. I really like the attack bar control though. Because a Perna takes a lot of turns. If they kill the Triana, then these guys are sitting ducks. If I can't burst it down. Okay. Never mind. Yeah, so we'll go with the Fran. We'll just do it. We'll go Fran, Lauren, and the Ryok up top, and we'll play with something different on the bottom. Yeah, we'll just do the double Frankensteins on the bottom. Why not? With Aegir. If we die, we die. Let's just get right into this. Alright. As long as we kill one of these defenses. So we're going to push back the Perna's attack bar. This team's actually pretty slow, which is weird. So they're going to get cleansed. Alright. So I saved the strip for this. So hopefully we strip and push back attack bar. Okay. Well, actually, this Perna doesn't hit that hard. This is more like a chicken. Not a real bird. Not a real phoenix. Alright, cool. Perna's gone. We'll get the immunity up, so then we don't get the defense broken by the Ritesh. And now we'll kill the Ritesh. Some people have really strong Velajules, but the way that this guy seemed to ruin his monsters, they don't seem like they're going to be able to do a whole lot. I know my rune quality is also decently well too. But yeah. So focus on the Perna first. You want to get the damage out of the way. Ritesh was going to be semi a problem if he did take a lot of turns, because a lot of people root him on Violent. So that could have been an issue. But luckily we do have pretty decent rune quality. But then the attack bar control units, very, very solid and very helpful. Alright, so since we're not going to have immunity here, and I'm going to be trying to go for some burst kills, I'm actually going to control this Okeano so he doesn't stun us. So I'm going to steal his attack bar. Cool. And I'm going to put, hopefully this lands branding. Awesome. So now I'm going to use Bulldozer to actually, oh, never mind. So she had the branding, but she procced. So, oh, yeah, so as you can see here, so we're going to hit 3 times on skill 1 because they don't have a harmful effect on them. So we're going to hit them 3 times, which is really nice. So this should kill. Oh, does not. Okay, so tanky. Alright. That was lucky for me to proc. I was actually wondering if he was going to use a skill 3 to stun, but yeah. We'll just kill him. Yeah, I'm getting really lucky with the procs. Full power punch. Yeah, he can't get defense broken, so luckily he got focused. That was kind of nice. Well, I didn't really get to showcase the tractor that much. That's kind of unfortunate. Alright, well this will be the Guild War for today. Let me know if you actually like the team comps that I use. Hopefully they're ones that you could build as well. Um, and yeah, I'll start doing some more Guild War battles just to showcase the units that I use. I'm going to try to keep it all free to play. But if you guys have any monsters that you want me to use or you want to see, yeah, I can showcase how I build them and I'll show them in the next video. Yeah, till then, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video.